everybody, and welcome back to another episode of The Male Perspective. I am your host, Lana Reid, and today is another one of these wonderful days. I get to sit down with another one of the amazing men of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. Today I have with me Brother Donterio Perkins. He is with the Wilmington Sigmas down in 𝗙𝗘𝗥𝗘𝗗𝗏. And in a minute, we'll learn more about the work that they've got going on in their community and a few other things. But first and foremost, sir, as I always do, I'll take a quick moment to pause and say thank you to you for making time for me today. Time is a gift. Once we give it, we can't get it back. So I truly appreciate you setting aside this time to talk to me. And with that, sir, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Well, as I always open up, I like to ask, how long have you been a Sigma man and where did you pledge?
I've been a Sigma for 20 years. I pledged at North Carolina Wesleyan College, the Alumni Chapter in the fall of 2003. So yeah, this past November, I just celebrated 20 years in the fold.
Awesome. 20 years. You look have a baby face when you pledged when you were 10 or something.
I pledged when I was 19.
Okay.
19 years old, solo. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, I was born in North Carolina, Winston-Salem to be more specific.
Okay.
And over the years growing up, I heard a lot about Wilmington here and there. And I think a lot of people don't know. It's very rich in history in Wilmington. What is something about Wilmington people might not know?
Okay, so what people may not know, everybody always talks about, like here recently, everybody always hears about the insurrection back in January 6th. So the first time that ever happened, the first successful coup d'etat in history of the United States actually occurred right here in Wilmington, North Carolina, in November 1898. Yeah.
All right, so we have some folks rising up against the great United States of America. And well, okay, all right. Yeah. Now that was I was thinking you were gonna say something like Michael Jordan or something like that, but
I mean, those are all things that are like people know. Folks don't really know about that, you know.
Okay, you gave me some history. I'm gonna have to go ahead and research that one because I didn't know that one. Okay, so how long has Wilmington Sigmas been around?
So our chapter was chartered in November 1962. So we've been around for a while.
Okay, a few years before me. Okay, all right. So let me get into the community work that you gentlemen have been doing. Because I only have a short amount of time and I see that you guys are doing a lot. So I have a few things that I wrote down. And I saw you were involved with this first one. You were reading to some young folks. I saw you guys read.
So we had a reading day. Where we get together in the communities at one of the local churches here, just take some opportunities to read to local community kids. And I really get a kick out of it. I have 2 kids myself. My children, and they enjoy reading. So it's like being at home.
Oh, do you guys do that often?
So it's like once a month.
Okay.
Sometimes, my one of my fraternity brothers, I chapter president, he's a teacher as well. So I often go to his classroom and read. I mean, it's always something. The camera's not always on, but we're always working in the community.
Okay. Yeah, and that's one thing. I think the Black Greeks get a bad rap because they see the parties and the stepping, but they don't know that one of the fundamental core values is community service and giving back. And,
right.
And that's kind of like what I like to spotlight and point out here with that. And this is another thing that I saw you involved with to kind of stress the community service. You were involved in getting some blankets for some people, some very needy people recently. Did I see that correctly?
Yes, you did. So I had this idea of, there is a homeless population here in North Carolina, which I feel like that's throughout the United States, but here in Wilmington, North Carolina in particular, our homeless population, I feel like, is often neglected. So I just took it upon myself, I brought it up to the chapter. I said, you know what, we need to do something. And these are things that we've done before. One of our programs, I know that I did this in undergrad as well. We did something called Sleep Out for the Homeless, where we literally sleep outside, collect donations for the homeless community, where I did this on campus. We actually even did it here in Wilmington as well as for our grad chapter. Actually assisting our undergraduate chapter at UNCW, and I'm just making sure that they know they are seen, heard, and still belong here in this world. So anything I can do to address that in any type of way, I mean, that's just a small portion of my time. I have no problems at all serving and helping somebody in need. So.
Homeless population in Wilmington, is it, I mean, I know we're struggling with this across the nation here, but is it getting kind of prevalent there? I just really wouldn't perceive it to be.
I think it's a little more prevalent than what people may think. Wilmington it has become a growing and bustling city. But with that, it's also become like more expensive for people to live. So a lot of times I think with housing and all these different things, it's much even more expensive folks to find housing, affordable housing. So a lot of folks, they tend to get left out. So like I said, I want to do my part to make sure that whether it's a blanket, whether it's a meal, what can I do to help out? So
awesome. Okay. How large is the chapter? About how many brothers are in the chapter?
we have about 20 in the chapter.
Oh, you guys are okay. All right. So that would explain why when I saw the pictures of the MLK parade, your sisters just really outnumbered you guys.
Oh yeah. I was yeah, absolutely. And normally that's usually how that goes. A lot of our brothers, we're just like spread all over the place. You know what I mean? So if we couldn't make the parade, I'm pretty sure we're probably doing something else, whether working, spending time with family. But anytime we get opportunity to get together, we try to take advantage of that too. So
awesome. So mentioning your sisters, the Zetas, I saw also that you partnered with them with the organization, and I might not say this correctly, Samara's Village. Did you do something with them?
So they did this is the correct thing. I'm thinking it was in reference to they did a diaper drive where they like to get diapers for needy children within the community. So again, like our sisters always doing some amazing work as well. So anytime we can get together to join forces, that's always a good time too.
Okay. Now let me be a little nosy about, because you're trying to be very humble. You're trying to be very humble, and I'm gonna see if I can pull it out here. What is this 40 under 40 thing, Mr. Perkins?
Oh man, you did do your research. So yeah, 40 under 40. That was an award that I was able to receive in the September of last year. 40 under 40 is something that was started here by the Wilmington Chamber of Commerce, where they acknowledge young professionals and their contributions to the community. I was fortunate enough to win that, like with my wife, which was super dope. To have my two babies there to actually witness that, so that was super exciting to actually have that moment. So
kids got some big footsteps to follow in. Pops is setting the path, right?
Try my best to.
So kind of go back there again. What were the qualifications? Why did you get nominated for that? Is it your business efforts or your community efforts, or?
So a little bit of both. So my actually my chapter president, Brother Nathaniel Johnson, he actually nominated me for the award. And what they do is based on like your contributions like to the community, whether it's like through your 9 to 5, your actual job, your volunteer opportunities and stuff like that. All of that kind of like goes into it, and they see it as what are these people doing to contribute to the community? So like I said, I was fortunate enough to be one of the 40 to be named.
Okay, great. Okay, awesome. I like that. And I saw that one of your brothers, only be 20, because as I was looking, I said it has to be a whole bunch of you guys. But now that I see it's only 20, one of your brothers is actually Mayor Pro Tem.
Yeah, Reverend Clifford Barnett.
Y'all doing it down there. Okay.
Trying to.
No, not trying to. Y'all succeeding. Okay. And I do want to circle back to the MLK thing, because I forgot. I just want to mention you're the guy that was wearing some Chucks, like you from LA or something. That's my part-time. Did I see you rocking some Chuck Converse?
Yeah. Matter of fact, that's the only pair of Chucks I've ever owned in my life. A pair of customized Sigma Chucks. Yep.
Okay, we got to get you in some more. Okay, I said, okay, he's got that West Coast flavor to him. Okay. Now, let me circle back to the community service, because you guys are just putting it down. And I do want to stress that that is the foundational principle of Phi Beta Sigma's giving back to the community. Now, I saw you guys were doing a highway cleanup, right? So you guys have adopted a highway. So if any of us are in the Wilmington area and have some trash, which street will we be traveling down so that we know to keep the trash in our pocket, and so we don't have the Wilmington Sigmas following behind us?
North Kerr Avenue in Wilmington, North Carolina. Yeah. Please keep that clean. Definitely.
Oh, keep it clean. North Curry.
North Kerr, Kerr.
Kerr.
Yeah.
Okay, all righty. So we might have to get down there. All right. So do you gentlemen, I think one of the initiatives of Phi Beta Sigma is you mentoring the youth. What is it, the Sigma?
Sigma Beta Club.
Do you have some young men down there that you met, or is it just, go ahead?
No, so that is one of our national programs as far as mentoring our youth. We currently don't have an active chapter, but all of us at some point we all like mentor youth. Matter of fact, my job here at the community college, I serve as a mentor, as an advocate in my current role now, being the director of our minority student center here. So whether it's college age kids, teenagers, middle schoolers, kindergartners, anything we can do to be a positive light to our youth, and we're all for it.
Okay. Yeah. So you're at the college level. Do you does your chapter, are you advisors to some of the college undergrad chapters in the area, or? Yeah,
so I'm actually we do have a chapter at UNCW, University of North Carolina at Wilmington. And I'm actually part of the grad advisory board for that chapter. Yes, ma'am.
UNC Wilmington. Wow. Okay. So it's just one of the UNC campuses. You guys are okay. Wilmington has got some stuff going on. We need to get down there and see what you guys got going on.
Yeah, come on down.
Okay. Well, we talked about this before we got going. Could you step back, because you got some gear on here that we need to see you rocking here? Can we get a shot?
There we go.
Y'all got custom gear, Wilmington, North Carolina. Oh. All right. So where will the next large gathering of the Sigmas be? Your last one, was it down in North Carolina?
Yeah, so we hold a state conference every year. Our Southeastern Regional Conference will be in Columbia, South Carolina, coming up next month. And then our national conclave will be scheduled for Tampa, Florida, next year, 2025.
We going to Florida?
It looks like it, but I don't know just yet. I don't know. We may switch that up. Florida, I don't really think that's the place to be right now.
Right now. So speaking of that, you gentlemen will be out in the Wilmington area shortly, getting folks registered to vote and all of that?
Yes, absolutely. Our chapter secretary, he's also the vice president of the NAACP. No, I'm sorry, the president of the NAACP New Hanover County branch here. So we're going to be assisting him with those efforts as far as get people out to vote. Absolutely.
So it sounds like the Sigmas in Wilmington are just running the whole city. You've got the mayor pro temp, you got the y'all got the other Divine Nine brothers down there doing it.
I mean, they are, but Sigmas lead. You know what I mean? Definitely.
No bias at all, right?
No, not at all.
Okay, all right. So let me ask you this, because at this point in time in 2024, Phi Beta Sigma is global, just across the globe. Everywhere you go, you have a brother. Has there been an experience or a moment where you said to yourself, like, wow, I really do have a brother, no matter where I go?
Yeah, definitely. There's been times, I think it was even more so like just traveling, you know what I mean? When you decide, like me and my wife, we like to go places. We get together, we travel. I was on a plane to Mexico for our anniversary in September, and sure enough, we on the plane, the other brother with a Sigma hat on. We say hello, we speak or whatnot, and I talked to him and his wife once he actually got off the plane. They were there for their anniversary too. I think they've been married like close to 50 years.
Awesome.
So there's definitely like some goals to look forward to, but anywhere we go, we're pretty much we got frat from sea to sea, as we like to say.
Yeah, I see you recently chartered a chapter in Ghana. Awesome. Worldwide. Is the wife a Zeta?
No, my wife's AKA.
Ah. Okay. Met on campus?
Huh?
Met on campus?
No, we actually we met in high school.
Oh.
We met in high school. We met in high school. I was a class ahead of her, and we started dating my freshman year of college, pretty much like her senior year of high school. It was kind of just love story from there.
Awesome. So she pledged before you?
No, she actually pledged after me.
Oh, okay. So what was it about Phi Beta Sigma when you were doing your undergrad work? You said this is the place where I belong.
Yeah, so I'm like I said, like I told you before we started, I'm from a small town, so I didn't really know a whole lot about Greek life. And I initially started my college journey down in Atlanta. And I remember when I was in Atlanta, I went to DeVry University. And when I was there, just being around the city, I was down in the AUC, and I just see like this sea of like blue and white. It really seemed like family. So I started like asking questions, more so just doing like my own research. Where like I said, I knew about fraternities, more so about Masons. I had like a lot of my uncles and cousins who were like Masons or whatnot. But as far as like Greek life, I didn't really know a whole lot. But once I started to really like dive into it and start like research for myself, I realized, okay, you know what, I like the principles, Brotherhood, scholarship, services. It's more so about what can I add to Sigma as opposed to what can Sigma do for me.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you know what, I think I found my place here. And I said, once I went to Wesleyan, one of the first things I saw was a Sigma play. I said, okay, well, I know they on campus. I didn't even look them up before I even went to school there. I got there, I saw the tag, and I reached out to someone in the Greek like office, and it was like, yeah, we have a couple brothers here on campus. I can give you your information. And I remember my DP at the time, like he called me and said, man, I just got your information. You got time to meet? I jumped up right then and took off, man. And like, it's been history like since then.
Yes, since then. So you've been around in the Brotherhood for like 20 years, you said, and Phi Beta Sigma has changed over the years.
Yeah.
What differences have you noticed?
Well, I guess one of the things that, as you get older, you realize that, once you have a family of your own and all these different things. I mean, I heard it as an undergrad student, the Sigma is a business, but that doesn't really register. You're more so like the social aspect of it, right? But then like once I got older, you realize the way that we move and things that we're doing, like we're a business, we're a brand. And you want to do everything you can to protect the name of Sigma, to protect that brand. So that's one of the things that I personally noticed as far as like my own personal growth, and when you mature about how it's my responsibility to make sure that the Sigma brand is upheld at the highest regard too. So
yeah, you not only represent yourself, you represent a whole brotherhood of people. Yeah, I mean, that's just such a learning lesson. I mean, for us as the Black community, I heard that as a young girl. When you step out in the house, you represent all of us. So it's good that it's reinforced there. How has Phi Beta Sigma helped you in your growth as a man?
Oh man, so I was actually having this conversation with one of my students a couple of days ago. I think just in the fact of like just helping me and like pushing me in like leadership opportunities, helping me mature like in that way. Naturally, I feel like I'm an introvert, which
Really?
just being like in a fraternity or whatnot. But like to my core, I'm fine being in the background. I don't have to be front and center like of attention. But every job I've had, every career move I've made, it's always required me to be like front and center, So I think just, I was young in fraternity. I became chapter president. Immediately after I crossed, I became like the dean of the line the next semester after me. Even like our chapter advisor, Dr. Newkirk, just really like just pushed me into as far as like just, hey man, you need to come over here, man, learn how to like network. Like congressmen would come on campus for like voting opportunities or like talking to us. He would always make sure that I was there to usher or there like to sit at the table like during the meal, and just kind of like just help me like learn how to like navigate the room. Like I said, to my core, I don't like doing that, but that's one of the things that I learned how to do, and like just seeing like the value in that. It definitely helped me to mature and just realize that not only like am I a leader, but I also like know how to lead when necessary.
Awesome.
Yep.
So will you be moving up aspirations to being district something, this or another? Mr. Introvert?
I don't know. I'm the immediate past president of the chapter now. I served as president of my undergrad chapter 2. I'm currently the chapter treasurer. So, I think after this current term is up, I kind of want to just serve. I don't want a title like immediately. You know what I mean? Who knows what the future holds, We'll see.
We'll see. Okay. Now, all organizations, whether or not you're Greek or not, are struggling with maintaining membership, and I see all of the Divine Nine is doing, really being proactive about welcoming brothers and sisters back in who've not been active for a while. What do you think are some of the reasons why somebody might pledge undergrad and then they just kind of become inactive over the years? What contributes to that?
I think it could be a number of factors. I know for like myself personally, after I graduated college, I was just trying to figure out life. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Where when you're in college, you're in this like sweet spot, as I like to call it. It's like you're an adult, but you don't have adult responsibilities yet. So like a lot of times, once you graduate, it's like, oh man, okay, I got this degree. I need to figure out like what I'm going to do now. And while Sigma was always like priority, but now I got to pay this rent. So I might not have time to like road trip and all these different things. I need to put in some applications and figure out like what I'm gonna do. So I think a lot of times, different circumstances can kind of like play a part in that. But I think overall, I just think sometimes, just responsibilities.
Life be lifing.
Yeah, life be lifing. Absolutely. Yeah.
You mentioned you have 2 kids, boys, girls?
Boy and a girl.
Boy, so is he already expressing that he wants to be a Sigma man?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I have to send you a picture of him. I got him a little future Sigma jersey and all that. We've been talking
about it. How old is he?
He's 5.
He's got a Sigma jersey.
He does. It says Future Sigma on it. Definitely. he knows the letters, all of that. Yeah.
Okay. I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. That's cute. That's cute. So what projects do you, it's the beginning of 2024. What projects does the chapter have on the table that we should be expecting to see?
Oh man. So one of the things that we're working on is we do a scholarship every year. I'm just making sure, we can assist, some young person out there going to college. We always give that scholarship out. We try to do 2 in the fall and the spring. Going forward, we'll be doing some other community service events out here. Looking out for the homeless. I actually just talked to the owner of a restaurant. Matter of fact, just a few days ago, about how we can collab, because he heard about our blanket event. So he's like, look, I got this food truck. Y'all want to partner? I'm like, definitely.
Yeah.
Let you know when and what we can do. So I mean, that's easy. So anything we can do to kind of make life easier for folks who are having a rough time, and that's really the goal and really the focus.
So now you gentlemen are doing all this community service and helping others. What do you guys do as far as a brotherhood to make sure each of you are pouring back into each other?
Yeah, so we do this thing we call Frat Fridays. So on Fridays, we kind of get together, whether it's some type of social outing, or we sit down, we break bread, and sometimes we make it a family event. Hey, brothers, bring your spouses, your kids, and we just kind of all get together and just make it a whole like family affair. So anything that we can do like uplift each other. I started this initiative when I was president. Sort of like a one touch, just look somebody reach out to somebody you normally don't talk to, and try to do that on a weekly basis. So let's text message, phone call, hey, let's meet up for lunch. Just making sure, like we're all here for each other.
That is so needed. I was reading an article last week about the United States is in a serious epidemic of loneliness. So that's, those types of things are very important. People are struggling with stuff and you never know what they're struggling with. So you need folks to check in with you. So, sir, I think I'm going to ask you my random question. Did I miss anything? Because, hey, you guys are doing. Oh, did I talk? Yeah, I saw you guys had the mental health expo. I didn't talk about that.
Oh, yeah. So that was a couple weeks ago. We had a mental health awareness workshop where we had about 40 Black males in there that were actually like discussing just like their mental health journey. One of my frat brothers is a therapist up in Jacksonville. We had another one who attended virtually, and like just to kind of get all these things out and just let people know that it's okay. And that's been like one of the things, like once I started my own mental health journey a few years ago, and I started going to therapy. I'm just doing everything I can to actually like push that narrative forward. I actually have an event as far as Black History Month here at the college that I'm doing on Monday, actually, called The Power of Your Truth. Which I'm going to be doing that to talk about, like past trauma and how instead of holding things in, once you actually get it out, how helpful that can actually be.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I like that. I like that a lot. And I do want to say, as I was roaming around the pictures, all the brothers seem very active, engaged, write notes and really learning or receiving the information. And I mean, that was so precious, because being from the South and dealing with you Southern brothers, especially my older, it's really uncommon. I did not grow up with that. So to see that now, being more open to mental health, wellness, just much.
We have to, I'm preaching all the time about, we always hear about generational curses, right? But like nobody tells us about how to get a generational cure.
Yes.
But we are all the walking cure for whatever it is that we dealt with, like in our family. It's just going to take us to actually like be the ones that's going to do the heavy lifting to do that. And I know, like for me, I lost my dad 2 years ago from a major stroke. One of my favorite people in the world, right? And this is not one of those things where, I didn't just meet that guy when I was 21. You know what I mean? From the time I was born until he left, like, and I didn't realize how uncommon that was until I was undergrad. My dad would come visit me, man. Like all these dudes, they're just clamoring to my room. Like, oh man, you know dad? I'm like, yeah, man, what are you talking about? I didn't just meet this dude. You know what I mean? So, but it's one of the things that I never saw him cry. I never saw him have any type of emotion. I personally feel like, my dad had a therapist, or he had like some type of outlets where he can actually get stuff out. I personally feel like that would have helped him, just have like a long life, So I'm doing everything I can to make sure my son knows that, and my daughter, that, hey, it's okay for you to feel your feelings. It's okay.
That's right.
It's okay to feel sad. Crying does not make you weak, but it does make you human.
That's right. That's right.
As Black men, we don't get opportunity to be human.
That's right.
I'm trying to do everything I can to make sure to let, the next generation know, my kids, my family, my brother, that it's okay to be human.
That's right. That's right. You stop carrying that load that contributes to high blood pressure and the diabetes and all of these things that we see manifest itself in Black men because we're not coping with the mental health. So, I was just so impressed when I saw that, because you just have this large, and everybody was on notes, and you were present and active in there. So hopefully this will be something that will happen again often.
Yes, yeah, we definitely plan on doing it again. Absolutely.
Awesome. Okay. Well, let me ask you my random question, and then I'm going to let you go. We should have had a little man here with his Sigma shirt on. I can't believe that. Let's see what we got here. You ain't gonna be crushed if he comes and says he wants to be something else, right?
No, that's not happening. No.
See what we got. If you could pick one celebrity to have lunch or dinner with, who would it be?
Ooh, one celebrity. That's tough. I'm gonna go off on a limb here, all because when I go to this dude's concerts, go to his shows, it's always, I feel like I know him for real, So Big Crit is one of my favorite artists, right? So if I could pick anybody to like sit down with, have dinner with, it'd probably be him. Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yep.
That adds a whole nother layer to Mr. Perkins.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, dear, tell us how we connect with the Wilmington Sigmas, your Facebook page that you have there, so we can find out more of what you guys got going on.
Yeah, so just that, on Facebook, Wilmington Sigmas. I believe our Instagram handle is Wilmington Sigmas as well. So you can find out anything we have going on those two outlets as far as social media is concerned. Yeah, anything we have going on, that's where you can find us at.
Awesome. Well, sir, I appreciate your time. I more so appreciate the Wilmington Sigmas in my home state, picking it up and putting it down. And I will make sure I keep my trash in my hand the next time I'm down there on what is it? Kirk.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Because I ain't gonna have you brothers chasing me down. No. But anyways, I appreciate you. Give my love to the rest of the chapter, and I just continue doing amazing things you guys are doing in the community. And kudos from little old me, your North Kakalaki.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me today. I appreciate it.
That is all for this week's episode of The Male Perspective. I'm your host, Lana Reid, and I will see everybody next time.